In this section, we want to take a look at the type of applied questions we can solve using systems of linear equations to see how this theory can connect to some real-world scenarios. The first example we want to look at is a case where we're choosing between two sales positions. In example 1, Jackie has been offered positions by two cable companies. The first company pays a salary of $27,274 plus a commission of $108 for each cable package sold. The second pays a salary of $31,882 plus a commission of $38 for each cable package sold. We want to use Symbolab, so we're going to be using technology to take care of these calculations to find how many cable packages would need to be sold to make the total pay the same. Since we're using technology to generate these results, what we need to think about is how we set this problem up. Setting up correctly will lead us to the correct answers. What we want to do is break the information into two different pieces based off the company. So we have information about the first company. They have the salary of about $27,000 plus the commission of $108. Then we have the second position, which has a salary of almost $32,000 plus the commission of $38 for each cable package sold. What we're going to do is translate that information into a pair of linear equations, which will be of the form y equals mx plus b, or in this case, y equals some variable amount times x plus some fixed amount. In order to identify the variable amount and the fixed amount, we'll look at the information we're given for each company. First, we'll start with the first company. We're told that there's a flat salary of about $27,000 plus a commission rate of $108 for each cable package sold. That $108 is a variable amount because we earn $108 for each cable package sold. So one package earns us $108, two earns us twice that, three times that, and so on. So that's our variable amount, plus our fixed amount, which is that flat salary, $27,274. Then we can make an equation for the second position, which has similar information but different values. In this case, we have a variable rate of $38 per package times x plus that fixed salary of $31,882. Our goal then is to find the xy coordinate pair that is the solution to these two equations that we just constructed. In order to do that in Symbolab, we'll type solve, and then we'll type out each equation. So y equals 108x plus 27,274, and then we'll type and our second equation, y equals 38x plus 31,882. And it doesn't like something about what I typed in, so let me go back here and see why it's unhappy with what we typed in. Let's try that again. So and there we go. This time I liked it better. So we solve that system. We want to check that input, that it's looking at the two different equations that we set up. And then it's giving us two different values, which represents one xy coordinate pair. What we want to do is turn those into decimal approximations. We could do that with either a simple calculator, or we could plug those values into Desmos. To get the decimal approximations. So our result here was the XY ordered pair, which came out originally to be exactly 2,304 over 35, comma 1,203,422 over 35. And then we can come up with those decimal approximations. Generally, anytime we're talking about applied scenarios, real world scenarios, decimal answers are generally better. So we can approximate these to be about 65.8286 and 34,383.4857. Now we need to interpret those results into our final statement here. This is saying that if Jackie sold blank cable packages, she would earn approximately blank at either job. In this case, our X variable relates to that number of packages sold. Our Y variable is the total earned. So what this is telling us is that if we round this, this would mean that if Jackie sold 66 cable packages, because she can't sell a fraction of a cable package, she would earn approximately $34,383.49 at either job. So that's the tipping point for this scenario. And then the question would be, in a real world context, how many cable packages you think you can sell a month? If you can sell more than 66 packages, then that first position with the lower pay but the higher commission rate is the better deal for you. If you're going to be selling under 66 cable packages a month, you would want the position that offers the higher pay but the lower commission rate. But what we found is the tipping point, that point where the income would be equal at either position based off the number of packages sold.